to the Seahawks. Third time these teams link up this season, played in week 1, week 18. Road team won each of the first 2. Road team didn't fare so well this time around. Opening kickoff, the longest touchdown in franchise playoff history for Seattle. If you didn't think Lumen Field was shaking before the start of the game, Rashid Shaheed, trade deadline acquisition, starts the seismic activity on his own, avoids a slide tackle from Eddie Pinheiro. 95-yard kickoff return, touchdown. Seahawks up 7-0 in a blink. That flag was for the aforementioned slide tackle, yellow card from Pinheiro. And this was as close as it would get. Later in the first, Niners down 10-0 at their 31-yard line, just trying to get something going. 2nd and 7, Brock Purdy to Jake Tonjes. No George Kittle in this game. Julian Love falls on the loose ball. Great play by the All-Pro Ernest Jones to rip that out. Seahawks take over in plus territory. They don't need too much of an invitation. Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith, and Jigba, 17-0. The one-way traffic continues. In a playoff game in team history, 17 points, the most allowed in a first quarter by San Francisco. They've been playing playoff football for a minute there. 3 minutes left in the half. Seahawks up 17-6. More Rashid Shaheed. Just get 22 the rock. Reverse, gets north-south with a convoy of blockers. Picks up 30. One of 2 carries on the day for Shaheed. That by far the most effective. And with 36 seconds left, Kenneth Walker. They rode number 9 up 24-6 at the break. Mike McDonald, welcome to playoff football. It's normally not this easy. Same score, 4th and 2 for the Niners. At this point, starting to get desperate. Leonard Williams right through the center of the O-line. Seahawks defense dominating. They had a field goal after that turnover on downs. They're up 21. Still in the third, same score. Brock Purdy trying to create, has all kinds of time. Average time to throw here over 4 seconds, but Jones again, this time forcing a turnover with a pick. If you made the drive or flight up from San Francisco, it was not a banner day. And here's Kenneth Walker for a second time. It's 34-6. Seattle is rolling, and they're not done. They only had 281 yards of offense. Defense was the story, but Kenneth Walker, touchdown hat trick, 116 yards on 19 carries. Seahawks dominate. They'll host the winner of the Rams and Bears in the NFC title game.
This is my first playoff game, and we weren't going to let that be an excuse that, hey, we're a young team, or hey, we got a young coach, or it's our first whatever. It's like, no, it's just like, this is the next game. It's week 19. We've treated literally every game, every practice, every workout, every walkthrough the same. We're trying to nail it. Whatever's put in front of us, we're trying to nail it.
Such a weird, emotional roller coaster you go through. You know, everything you've gone through with this team for what it feels like, 25 weeks in a row. And then to just end it, I think it takes time to process everything because it just comes to an end. What I will say is this is, in all my years playing, one of the proudest I've ever been to be a part of a team.
So San Francisco starts an offseason with more than a few questions. As for Seattle, they march on after matching the largest win in playoff history, tied with their win from Super Bowl 48 against the Broncos. Also, 35-point dub for head coach Mike McDonald. Third most lopsided win by.
Team ran 50 plays, Ocho, and get 41 points. Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, we'll take that special teams play away, but still they got 34 points on 50 plays. That's crazy. That is crazy. You cannot, in the postseason, I don't care how good your team, and we're going to talk about this, Buffalo. You turn the ball over 4 times. Now, Sean got a little conservative there.
Four.
They had 5 turnovers, my bad.
5.
But in this game right here, Seattle, man, that defense, they're good at all 3 levels. Their back end is really good. Ernest Jones, the fourth, takes the ball away. Big Leonard Williams and D-Law. DeMarcus Lawrence has found new life getting out of Dallas. He finds the guys are playing for one another. They fly to the football. Big Leonard Williams has been sensational. Man, they got guys that can make plays on the offensive side of football. They can run the football with Kenneth Walker, the third, Charbonneau. But the receiving end, they make plays. I mean, they're just a sound football team. Very, very well coached. And I think the thing is, defensively, Ocho, when you watch them, they don't do a whole lot. No. I mean, from what I see, they play some quarters and maybe man down in the red zone. But other than that,
Yeah.
Simplicity.
Mhm.
Let's
Let,
do a few things great as opposed to doing a
yes.
lot of things okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons why defensively, most of the time they're really not ever out of position because they do the simple things and they do the simple things very, very well. Obviously, when you have the personnel that they do have defensively, it makes it a lot easier.
Absolutely.
We don't have to do all the exotic shit. You don't have to confuse your opponent with all type of different coverages and schemes and tactics to be able to do things. And the fact they were able to put up 41 points tonight, minus let's like you said, let's take out the
Yep.
return from Shaheed. They still put up 34, 35 goddamn points. Sam Darnold tonight, he was only 12 of
12 or
17
17.
for 124. That's
Yep.
it. One TD to JSN.
Nah. We only supposed to have 11.
Hey.
They got to have 13.
Mhm.
Ain't no way they get
Yeah.
to the ball that quick.
Mhm.
And they do.
That's exactly what it looks like.
The
Yeah.
front four,
That's
they can
exactly what it looks
generate pressure. Occasionally they'll come with a blitz, but most of the time they just generate pressure with that front four. Hey, that number
like.
three, ooh. But if you look at them, they play defense just like the old Legion of Boom. The Legion of Boom basically
Yeah.
played one cover. They played single high
Mhm.
robber. We call it was
Mhm.
back then. He used to call it lurk. Cam Chancellor
Lurk.
lurking,
Yeah.
looking to pick off any crossers. They call it
Mhm.
robber now. He's
Anything.
looking to rob the crossing route or the end.
Yeah.
Other than that, that's it. That's all they played.
Mhm.
If you look at this team,
Listen.
they're a very
Mhm.
simplistic coverage team. Good luck getting up
Yeah.
against Spoon and Wolin. Got Love at
Mm.
safety. You got Ernest Jones the third, the fourth, and then you got those guys just swarm the D line just swarm. They're
Yeah.
fundamentally sound. McDonald.
Mhm.
This is a really tough because Ben Johnson could get coach of the year. Vrabel could get coach of
Mhm.
the year. D'Amico Ryan
Mike
can get coach of the
McDonald
year.
is well.
McDonald up in
Mike
Seattle could
McDonald's
get
well
coach of the
deserving.
year. I
Yeah.
mean, look, there are a lot of worthy candidates. Hell, Sean Payton can get coach of the year. There are a lot of worthy candidates. But the job that McDonald has done with this team in his short time
Yeah.
there, this is only the second year.
Yeah.
Only the second
Yeah.
year.
Phenomenal.
And here it is.
Phenomenal
They're in the
job.
NFC Championship game with that game on their home field. Go ahead, Ocho.
The funny thing about it too, those that are in the chat that are watching, now you understand the importance of a quarterback. You look at some of the teams that have struggled, it's just goes to say for Sam Darnold, situations matter. Where you go matters. Coaching matters. The personnel that
Organizations
surrounds you,
matter. I don't give a damn. Tom
organizations
Brady could
matter.
go to the Jets. He ain't gonna be
Mhm.
the, what we know.
Well, yeah, what we're used to seeing. So, I mean, Sam Darnold is in the perfect situation. I know I've said it multiple times on the show. I know Minnesota is kicking themselves in the foot, for
What do you mean
for
kicking
actually
themselves in the
allowing him to
ass?
get out.
It's kind of hard to kick
Oh, my
yourself in the
bad.
foot, but I get what you said. We chat, we get it. We know what you saying, chat. Come on, now that's Ocho, man. We
Hey, no, listen. I'm trying to prevent from cursing. That's
yeah,
why I said that. I'm
we
trying
know
to
we know
prevent from
we
cursing.
know what you mean.
Right. But hey, Sam Darnold is playing exceptional.
Yes,
Playing exceptional. Obviously, I've been worried about him. He's been turnover
yeah, he's
prone.
been very
Throughout
inconsistent.
the
You're
season. I
right.
think he
You're
had
right.
I think he had 20, but he had 20 something interceptions, huh?
He had 20 plus turnovers.
At 20 plus turnovers. So I was worried about him going into the playoffs. I was hoping he just took care of the ball because the defense was so well. And if they can play defense the way they played tonight and special teams, they do what they need to do. And Sam Donald doesn't put the ball in harm's way and just allow offensively whatever the defense
Just
gives
don't
you,
lose it.
just take it. Yeah, just don't lose the game trying to
Trying to do
make
too much.
bad situations even worse.
You're right. You're right, Ocho. And when you look at this team, like I said, they're very well coached. They're disciplined. They're good in the special teams area, especially on punt kick return,
Yeah.
because he is a Pro Bowl player. On their
Yeah.
special teams, on the other end, they do a great job of tackling. They pin you down. They make you. They don't give you big plays. They make you nickel and dime your way down the field, and that's the
All the way
best way
down.
to play
Yeah.
defenses. Defense is not to give up anything cheap, anything deep. I
Mhm.
believe if you have to consistently drive the ball 10, 12, 15 plays, I believe I can make you turn it over as opposed to
Yeah.
giving up a one or two, a 60-yard run
Mhm.
or a 50-yard pass play. I believe if I make you go first down, first, second,
Mhm.
okay, convert third down, first, second, convert third down. I believe if I make
Mhm.
you continuously have to nickel and dime your way down the field, I believe you'll stub your toe. I believe you'll make a
Yeah.
mistake, and
Mhm.
that's all I need.
Yeah. And you know what else is
What's that?
good? If you look at the landscape of the teams to the left, let's say for the NFC in general, you look at a game like tonight offensively. Christian McCaffrey causes an issue regards to who they're playing because they can create mismatches by using him in a multitude of ways
Right.
offensively. But because the goddamn Seahawks are so good in all three levels, whether it be the front, whether it be the second level, or their goddamn back end, they match up so extremely well. Some of the things that Christian McCaffrey is able to exploit when they're playing other
Yeah.
teams, when you play somebody like Seattle, it's not
No.
happening. Like he had some runs, he wasn't able to do what
No,
he
not
normally
those
does,
gashers.
and nah, there were no gasses tonight. And boy, they was putting a hat on him tonight, boy. Boy, they was putting the hat on him tonight, boy.
I mean,
My
Ernest Jones, the
goodness.
fourth, had 2 takeaways. He had a pick, had a forced
Mm-hmm.
fumble, ripped it out on the tight end. But I
Tight
thought,
end,
look,
yep.
from about for like the last month, after what they did to
Uh-huh.
the Rams, they showed me
Mm-hmm.
something. Being down like they
Yeah.
were, and finding a way to get up off the mat and to win that game in
Yeah.
overtime in the fashion. Not only did they tie because the Rams go right down the field in overtime, get a touchdown, PAT, they're up 7, and for Seattle to match it, to go down the field, and then say, you know what, we ain't doing no more overtime because the next score win. We're gonna win it or lose it right here, and they say, you know
Yeah.
what, we're gonna win it. And Sam Darnold did a great job. Seattle's gonna be a tough out, Ocho. They're gonna be tough. I don't care.
Yeah.
Look, the game. Obviously, we can say the game favors Chicago because they practice in that and they play more often in those kind of conditions than the
Right.
Rams. But
Conditions.
anything can
Yes.
happen on a
Right.
given Sunday. That's why we love football so much because it's one thing. It's one game. It's win or go home. There is no tomorrow. There's
Yeah.
finality once postseason. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like that in any other sport. They say game 7.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like game 7. Well, in the NFL, every playoff game is a game 7. Whether it's the
Mm-hmm.
wild card, divisional, or the AFC championship. Obviously, the Super Bowl, we know what that is. But every playoff game in the
Yeah.
postseason, every playoff game in the NFL is a game 7. No other sport has
Mm-hmm.
that. Because I get 4
Right.
chances, all I got to do, I got to beat you 4 times. But it doesn't
That's
work like
it.
that in the NFL. I ain't got to beat nobody 4 times. I gotta win. If I
Right.
win 4 games, Ocho, I probably if I'm a wild card, I'm gonna be the Super Bowl champ.
I'm holding up the trophy.
In
Yeah.
other sports, if you win 4 games, all you did was advance to the next round.
Oh yeah.
Win four
That's
games in the
crazy.
NFL in the postseason, you Super Bowl champs. But look,
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco, the injuries, the in and out, they lost Trent for a minute. The wide receiver, I thought they played well, but sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
team just has your number. Teams
Oh
just have
yeah.
your number.
Oh, they had it.
Seattle is.
This,
I'm not so sure if
uh-huh.
the 49ers have all their pieces that they're a better football team than Seattle.
Um, when I think about it, I think about if they had Bosa, if they had Fred Warner.
Okay, yeah. Because you got to be, because they can't
I
get pressure on the quarterback, Ocho. It's so hard for them to
right.
get pressure, and you got to have somebody that can win quick. You need somebody that can win
Yeah.
right now, that can win
Mm-hmm.
his one-on-one matchup. They got, and they don't really have that. Fred Warner's not going to make
No.
some of the mistakes that these guys were making. They're trying to go under
Right.
and they get pinned and it spits out, or they go over and the guy cuts back. Fred is not going to make some of the
Mm-hmm.
mistakes. He's too veteran of a player. He's going to read and
Mm-hmm.
diagnose what's going on a lot sooner than these guys. But I
Right.
think from look, these games are always close. Normally,
Yes.
the first time they
Mm-hmm.
played up in Seattle, the 49ers won, but it was a very close ball game.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm looking at the 49ers, maybe a D lineman, maybe a corner. Losing Fanga, who's in Denver right now. Their safeties, man, I
Yeah.
just don't know. The pass didn't jig, but I don't know what 36 was looking at. I don't know what he's looking at. Oh,
Hey,
Joe, why would he look back inside? The quarterback is rolling
in the end zone?
towards the sideline. You look back inside,
Right.
and he throws it, and Jigba slides and catches it. I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you looking
Yeah.
for?
Yeah. That was a nice drop in the bucket too, now.
He looking like
That
his
was a
mom
nice
called
drop.
him, like he heard somebody. You called me, mom? No. Oh man, see, Ocho. When I go to games, this is why, and we're gonna talk about the Broncos. This is why I can't, man. I see some stuff, bro. I'm like, bro, what? Okay. Come here, son. Come here. Let me ask you something right quick. Tell me what you saw. What did you see?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, you got to understand too, Unc. Now, when you're watching the game from a fan perspective, even though you play the game, and when you're watching from an eye level view, as you were today, huh?
That's the
Sometimes,
22. Because we can see everything up high, Ocho.
yeah. Sometimes, what we see with a clear
Yeah,
eyesight,
they can't
not the
see.
same when you
Not at eye
feel
level.
flag. Yeah, and the bullet, is flying. It's a thinking man's game
Yes.
out there, huh? A thinking man's game. So one mistake, one slip up, one step behind,
Hesitate, you
well, you
beat.
done. You look the wrong way, you hesitate, you peek in the backfield. That's all it
The only
takes.
thing that I tried to do,
That's all
Ocho.
a
Go ahead.
millisecond.
Go ahead. You say, yeah,
I'm gonna say,
hesitate,
I
you
said it
beat.
takes a millisecond, and you out of
Yeah.
position.
The only thing that I really emphasize, Ocho, is that I never tried to get beat on what I've seen on tape. If I know a guy like the cross face, I can't let you beat me cross. Now, if you step cross like you gonna cross my face and come out the backside, we need to get a different running back because he too goddamn slow to hit
Right.
the hole. Other than that, Ocho, you're gonna have drops. You're gonna make some mistakes. But as I remember Pat Sertan, I got a chance to holler at him. I saw his dad also talk to him. I say in the playoffs, there are no incidental plays. Every play matters.